Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Motorcycle Park in Marnie, Iowa. Baxter Cycle has lent me this little hot rod today. That's kind of an unusual bike, isn't it? This is a Can-Am 2018 Can-Am Ryker Rally, and I think rally means it's a little more off-roady. I've got a list of specs here I want to read for y'all real quick, if I can get my phone to cooperate. It's a 900cc Rotex engine, 3-cylinder liquid-cooled, fuel injected of course, about 82 horsepower, 58 foot-pounds of torque, that's about 79 newton meters. Wheelbase is 67.3 inches. It is quite a long wheelbase. I was out driving it, and that was something else. Ground clearance about 4.8 inches. Very low 26.6 inch seat. Sorry, 5.3 gallon fuel tank, and 668 pounds dry weight. Anyway, it's quite a machine. It's interesting to ride. It's a very different thing to ride. It steers very flat. It will spin the back tire. If there is traction control, I don't know how to activate it. I was looking for a way to do that. If there's some special, I suppose one of these things up here, I never thought of that. It's got an adjustable windshield that goes up and down and forward and backwards. There is only one brake. It's the foot brake. That's kind of an oddball. I went to grab a handful of brake and there was nothing there because it was all on the foot. It's linked from front to rear. It's got dual disc on the front, a disc at each wheel, and then a disc on the rear. Look at that. Isn't that kind of neat how they do that? One-sided access. Very good looking. Same thing here, and I like the bright red holder pins. Gorgeous. This one has a graphics kit, a little bag on the rear end. I think the windshield, I think that's an add-on, the up and down windshield. Bar and mirrors, I'm not sure. I'm guessing they come stock with those, but what do y'all think of something like that? Oh, it's also got this big pipe on the end, and we'll hear that here in a minute. What do y'all think of something like that, huh? Kind of an interesting thing. It's certainly unique. I think there's a learning curve to riding it. I've just buzzed around town here for about the last 10 minutes, and I think it would take a couple days to get used to the quirks that this thing has. Maybe longer. Just a lot of practice would do you good. So it's automatic transmission. There's no shifting gears. It's got the single foot brake. This one has a single seat. I think you can get an add-on optional rear seat. I think the idea is you can pull this off. There's a little lever. This whole thing comes off and you can put a seat on. There's like a modular system where you can do bags and chairs and luggage racks and things like that. I think there's even hang off the side bags available for it. Looks like the rear suspension is controllable with this knob right here. I don't know about the front. It looks like there's preload control there. Not sure about anything else. Look at that front end. Isn't that neat? Kind of nifty. Hey, all kinds of things in there. Kind of a nifty deal. The battery is in here somewhere. I've got a friend that's got one of these, and he pulls the front end off every year, and this cover right here comes off, and there's a battery. I think, let's see, this is a little cubby hole in there. Ah, it says 2021. Maybe I'm wrong about the year. Well, I'll check on that. Anyway, that locks it. That holds it in place. Push to open it. Quite a bit of storage, really. That's the only storage I could find on the bike other than what's in the back, the trunk. I was looking for something up here. Now, there might be something up here. I couldn't get it to, to do anything for me. Very simplistic as far as controls go. High, lows, blinkers, horn. Over here is a kill switch and start switch. There's a bit of an operation to starting. We'll go through that we'll get the helmet on and do that here in a minute. Looks like this pops up to adjust this way and this way. This, of course, goes up and down. I think the foot pegs are adjustable too. I think you can slide the foot pegs. They're on bars, and you can slide them forward and backwards. This is the shifter right here. That's in forward. That's reverse. And then this is the parking brake right here. And that is up is parked, down is go. So nifty little thing, nifty little thing. Very interesting machine. I have, it was really quite a learning curve to ride it. I would say if you're interested in one of these, it's worth it, but be aware that it's gonna take you more than a few minutes to get the hang of it. Interestingly, this has the very rare optional cup holder right there. I think that's probably very important to somebody. Good looking machine, huh? Very good looking machine. This is going to be at the Baxter auction, August 24th this coming month. And we'll see what happens with that hot rod. It is a very, you know what? I'm going to get my gear on. We'll go for a ride. How about that? Wahoo! This little hot rod has a very low seat. Just throw your leg over like that. I'm standing right now, clear to the ground, standing on my feet, sitting down right there. You have to have the parking brake off, I believe, to start it. Has to be in forward. Power switch on. You hit the button once. That activates everything. By the way, there's a key right here. I've got that on already. And then to start it, you have to actually twist the throttle forward, hear that beep, then push the button. One more thing, you gotta have your foot on the brake. And then twist the throttle forward, push the button. Hey, there's the sound. Now, unlike a regular motorcycle, you can't sit there and just kind of rev it up because it's always in gear, or it's either in forward or reverse if it's running. You can have the parking brake on. I don't know if it dies if you turn that on. Let's see what happens. Nope, it idles. Gives us a warning. Very interesting thing. So what else can we learn about this thing? There's the horn. So you give it a little gas, suddenly it catches on. This thing will spin. It's a very unique experience to ride one of these. We'll kind of go over here and kind of see what we can do here. You can slide. Like I said, I think there is a traction control. I just don't know where or how to go about it. Maybe I'll try to figure that out. Kind of a bouncy ride, isn't it? Picks up pretty well. 82 horsepower. Let's try the brakes. They're pretty good. It's unusual for me with, just a foot brake. It's a linked front to rear. Very good, very good. Let's take a look here in the looking glass, see what we can learn. I'm going to keep my foot on the brake. Check that out. Isn't that something? I don't know if I can roll this thing forward or backwards for y'all. I guess I can. Check out that front end. So I can push it forward. Big old pipe on there. There's the rear end. This is a very unique machine for me. Okay, you just give it a little gas and she goes. Amazing. What did I say, 67 point something wheelbase? Let's try the spin it around test here. Nice and tight, look at that. It does it really well. Very good. You have to counterbalance yourself on there. I like it. I like it a lot. That's pretty cool. Picks up very well. What a grin. What a grin. Way up yonder over that house is Bigfoot Hill. Check out the Bigfoots up there next time you come to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. I'm grabbing for the front brake, which is not there. There is no brake lever. It's all on the foot. I will spin the tire. I've got the fine traction control. That's something we need to figure out. Welcome to fabulous South Marnie. Very nice sounding machine. An interesting sound. It's not like the bikes I'm used to. Let's see if we can spin around here pretty good. These guys are loading motorcycles out for the auction on the 24th of August. I don't know what the disc diameters are. It's a very different braking thing. Let's try the brakes here. You really got to push on the foot pedal to get it. Like I said, there's a lot of learning curve that has to be done with something like this. I've got a friend that owns one of these. He's got several thousand miles on it. He just loves it. Rides it everywhere. 668 pounds. So quite a machine weight-wise. Let's go make some noise. No shifting. Constant velocity transmission, it just screams. Let's back off on that one. I don't know how it turns on the road. We should be fine though. We did the tight in-town turns. Kind of a bizarre feeling handling. I don't know how to explain that. Unlike anything ever before, very unique to this kind of machine. I think that could spook some people until you're used to it. Okay, let's see how tight we can turn here. It takes a little more road, but it does have a, pretty long wheelbase. Picks up pretty well. Kind of a bizarre thing. It just screams one note. There's no going through the gears. There's, you know, none of that stuff. I don't know what to think about it. I want to say I like it, but I'd love to spend a couple days on one. Hey, welcome to the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle Seller, new and used Royal Enfields, Triumphs, classic British bikes of all types, and this Ryker. Get a hold of those guys if you need anything. Get down here and visit, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. I wonder if it'll turn around in the width of that bridge. Do I dare? Do I dare? I'm gonna dare. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right? It's got reverse. This is the new bridge challenge. How's that sound? No one behind us. We'll try to get right up against the curb. Oh, we're not gonna make it, guys. Are we? Yeah, we did. How about that? What a grin. What a grin. It passed the bridge challenge. Okay, how about the hill spin test? Let's do that one. Nobody coming? I'm way down. You're way down low on this one. All right, we're going slow for some reason. The throttle is very unique, very different feeling to me. Next time you're in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, make sure you get yourself over here to the derailed grill right there. Try their Wahoo burger. It will light the back tire up. Oh, what a hoot. What a hoot, huh? It is a grin to ride. I mean, it puts a smile on your face. I can see how this could be addictive. I don't know what to think. I need more miles on it to give you a real answer. You know, it seems to do fine around town. It's not as tight steering. It steers very flat compared to a motorcycle because it's three-wheeled. What I like about this versus a standard trike with the two in the back is I can see where the corners are. You know, I don't have to worry about pulling up to the gas pump and ramming one of my back tires or fenders into a pump. Of course, you know, once you own a bike for a while, you get used to that kind of thing. But very interesting in that sense. I mean, it's kind of a rough ride. Now, like I said, it looks like it has aftermarket suspension, and I don't know how it's been adjusted. You know, it goes around the curve. You got to lean in on it. Maybe that's just the motorcycle rider in me. Boy, that pipe is loud. That is a very loud pipe. Okay, here we are rolling about 60-ish. Let's just see how she does. This is cruise control, no cruise control. The pipe is loud. It makes a real wasp sound, you know, screaming wasp. The ride itself, though, isn't bad. I'm sitting upright. My knees feel slightly lower than my hips, and my heels are definitely ahead of my knees. And I think the foot pegs are adjustable forward and backwards. I am reaching to the bars, but not too bad. I'm pretty comfortable with it. I'd say they reach to me as well. You know, I reach more to them, but it's there. I like it. I like that. Now the brakes are something I'm really still struggling with. You know, I'm a motorcycle guy through and through, so let's see how tight this thing turns here. Yeah, it does pretty good. Does pretty good. Let's open her up. That is the 82 horsepower, struggling for all its life to get out. Not too darn bad. I like that. I think, what did I say, 59 foot-pounds of torque, about 80 newton meters? 79, 80 newton meters. That was kind of weird. You guys see that in the front end? Whole front end jumped up. It feels like a very stiff suspension on the front. I wonder if that can be adjusted out. Maybe that's just how they are. You know, as far as this goes, though, I'm pretty comfortable. The wind is off of me for the most part. I feel it on my arms. There's no arm protection. Very unique, very unique. The mirrors right now are clear. Earlier when I was giving it the beans, I think they were pretty rattly. I'm going to say an interesting bike. If you've ever thought about riding one, worth going to the dealer and checking one out. I don't think it's for everybody. It's You know, it's not something I'm ready for yet, I think. I think it's a very sporting machine. Once you learn how to use it, it would be, especially because you can break the back tire loose, I think you could do all kinds of fun stuff, you know. Take this out in a lake, a frozen lake, and learn how she slides and do all that kind of neat stuff. I like it. I do like it. I just don't know what to say about it. Those of you that have these, maybe you can comment below, tell us what you think. Tell me how my driving is, you know. And if y'all are in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph classic British bike of any type, or one of these Rykers, get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa. They've got gear, accessories, boots, helmets, gloves, jackets, thingamajigs, doodads, all kinds of good stuff, accessories, parts. They can help you out. Good guys here. Or go to baxtercycle.com, tell those fine folks that Fuzzy Biker sent you. Now, I usually turn in there, but I don't think there's enough room. The bike actually stores over yonder, so I think I'm going to go put this hot rod away, and I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to go ride another bike. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine.